Hello, everybody,
and welcome
to Atheist
Sunday
School. Your one-stop shop for everything.
Atheist
Sunday
and
School.
Ho-ho.
Wow, that was disjunct.
That was awful.
Yeah, it was. I was going
terrible.
for something different, and you just didn't.
Nobody was getting
halfway
it.
through.
No.
No one was getting it, man.
It was all stupid. You're stupid. Hello, everybody. That really threw me off. Jesus Christ.
Wow, I see we have the ritual summoning.
Yes. We have now our ritual summoning donation bar right at the bottom over here. I'm sure you see it.
Yeah, and if you know what it's for, you get 100 points on the 100-point show.
Oh my God, no. Okay.
Well, it's up now.
So, obviously, we couldn't figure out a way to just have it take 666 donations.
So it'll take whatever.
So it'll take whatever.
But
So-
you know what it's for.
Yeah.
And
know
you got
what-
until the end of the year.
Yeah, until the end of the year. That's our goal on that one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because we have to
Set
bring
standards.
in a new year of demonic worship and power over mankind.
Yeah, that's
Which
exactly
is
what's
real,
gonna
as we all know for sure.
So real.
go.
Definitely real.
Nobody predicted it to be 2019.
Look,
I'm sure
people
somebody
have been
did.
saying that the end of the world's happening anytime now. So
It's like one of the
Let's do it.
catchphrases people have for you, Ruben, is like, okay, when's the world ending today, buddy? They ask.
yeah.
Well, it may as well be us to do it. May as well be us to save the world. Why not? Someone's got to do it.
Save the world?
Did I say save the world?
You said save the world.
Oh, shit, I meant
Save the
end
world
I meant end
from
the
the
world.
From
humans.
what? Yeah.
From the humans.
From ourselves.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we do have some good stories today.
Yeah, but what about that show?
Oh, yes, the
100-point
100-point show. I should have prepared for this. Okay, what psalm does Mark utilize the most?
Psalm 27.
Close, but no, I'm sorry.
23.
Shut up, it's 22. Okay.
Really?
Now it's your turn.
Okay.
What a stupid game.
How many demons did King Solomon trap in a brazen vessel and seal at the bottom of a lake?
300.
No.
How many?
72.
Oh, jeez, I wouldn't have guessed that either.
It's not a very guessable number.
No, it's
These
not.
questions
It's like
suck.
guessing jazz in Hangman.
Anyways.
Yeah. So we were supposed to have a guest today. He might still show up.
Got a screen for him if he does.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oops.
So
Oh.
it might be what?
What, an hour?
What, you guys said oops?
I said oops.
Yeah.
What did you
Oh,
say
it's too
oops
bad we
for?
don't have a guy.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, no.
Anyways. Yeah, he might be an hour late. So we'll see how that happens. We're supposed to have Steve and Kyle from the Non Sequitur show. We might move that to next week, since you're not going to be here. I need more people anyways.
Yeah.
So if he is late, we'll probably just have him on next week also. Doesn't really matter. We have the fucking thing on just in case he wants to join. But it'd be cool to have those guys on. Seriously, go check out the Non Sequitur show if you haven't. It's a fantastic show. So announcements.
Announcements.
Yes. We have hit.
Our Patreon goal halfway.
No. We have hit.
Wow.
'Cause we had a bunch of Patreon goals.
Well, we have a goal.
We hit our first Patreon goal of $100 a month.
Yes.
And what you're gonna get, because we finally are making $100 a month, is
The worst idea Lawrence ever had.
Which
not
will
the
torture
worst.
me till no end.
You'll be fine. Shut up.
I'm gonna die.
Is this legal, what
Yes.
you're about to propose?
No.
Or is it too harsh for
And when are we
human
doing
beings?
this?
We'll decide. It's not a set date yet. Jesus fuck, guys. Okay.
Scared.
It's a 12-hour thank you stream.
Yes, a 12-hour thank you stream.
I'm gonna eat the
It
batteries.
goes against the Geneva Convention, and we might all not survive it, but it's for you.
Yeah, it is for you. I think you guys will enjoy it. We'll plan a big thing. I think we'll plan a good show. It's probably definitely gonna have to be on a weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we're not doing that during the week.
No.
Um, But that means we're halfway to the next goal,
Yes.
which is the God sitcom.
Yes,
right?
the God sitcom. At $200 a month, we're going to begin production of our God sitcom.
And
I think it's going to be better than, what is it, Mr. Deity? That's the other one?
is there one?
Yeah.
Oh.
But it's
Well,
gonna be
it'll
better.
definitely be better than that one because I haven't even heard of it. I've heard of what we're doing. So.
So that's a lot of stuff there. Links in the description.
Later on, if we get enough, we're going to put into production the Platonic dialogues in film format.
Thought we were going to do the life and death of Socrates.
Yes, which is recorded in the dialogue.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Man, you guys are talking about the same thing in like the most roundabout way.
Whatever. And then also, much later, our goal is, what's it called? Christian Space Adventures.
Christian
Oh
Space
God, is that still on the
Adventures.
table?
That is still on the table. but
Holy
it's
crap.
a big production, though.
It's
You're
gonna
right.
need
We have
a lot of
concluded we
work.
couldn't afford it
Yeah,
before.
pretty much.
We tried.
Christian Space Adventures, the greatest sci-fi show ever made that accurately describes how ancient aliens created mankind.
Yes, and religion.
Yes.
So, so we have some good stories today. So I guess we can just jump right into it.
Yeah, so I have the King James Version of the Bible. Thank you, Landon Knoll, for
Yes,
your
thank
donation.
you, Landon, for the 666. Behold.
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 I really hope that actually pops up and it actually works.
I'm thinking it's going to work. Here it goes.
Yeah,
Okay.
There it
should
is.
work. Oh, there.
Okay,
there.
okay.
I'm sure.
And then
Wow.
All right. Anyways,
maybe this thing will update.
you are using the King James version. I'm using the English Standard Version.
We also have other versions.
Yes, we have some super Jewish
Chris,
versions.
what have you done?
No, it's okay. It's fixed.
Okay.
Well, we have the Holy Scriptures. Not going to say anything else. We have the New King James Version, Oxford Companion to the Bible, and an Old Testament survey. I can talk.
What did you say?
I said survey or something.
Survey.
Yeah, whatever. It's a survey.
Okay. Yes, it is.
Yeah. So let's get on with the story.
Yep, chapter 17. I finally have a short chapter to read.
Yeah.
And there was a man of Mount Ephraim whose name was Micah. And he said to his mother, "The 1,100 shekels of silver that were taken from thee, about which thou cursedst." Obviously it was cursed, but there's an extra ST at the end.
Yeah.
"And spakest of also in mine ears, Behold!
Behold!
Oh,
The silver is with me. I took it." And his mother said, "Blessed be thou of the Lord, my son." And when he had restored the 1,100 shekels of silver to his mother said, "I had wholly dedicated the silver unto the Lord from my hand for my son, to make a graven image and a molten image. Now therefore I will restore it unto thee." Yet he restored the money unto his mother, and his mother took 200 shekels of silver and gave them to the founder, who made thereof a graven image and a molten image, and they were made in the house of Micah. So they broke the rules.
Yeah, they did. They broke the rules. And speaking of breaking the rules, our
Thank you, DB Cisco.
Yes, thank you, DB Cisco.
I don't know what's up with this thing, man. I'm looking at it. Here I am.
Yeah.
In the Streamlabs on my end, and I am seeing quite literally that it is not updating it.
Yeah.
I do not know why. We are on my goal. I'm at manage goal and everything.
Do we have to link it to something? Whatever, we'll figure it out. I'm writing these down.
I think we have to link it to something.
Yeah, we gotta link it to something.
That's
Lawrence
too
is
bad.
writing them down.
Yeah, we're writing them down.
Anyways, they broke the rules.
Kind of weird, man. I don't know why it's not updating it, because it's just it's set for anything.
Huh? Weird. Okay, we're gonna have to figure that out.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, it's new to us.
Well,
Yeah.
we'll figure it out. Anyways, so they broke the rules.
Yes.
They made a molten image and a graven image.
Yes, they did.
Yes, they did.
And
Out of
that-
shekels, no less. Which takes away from the taxable
Can I just get rid of the
amount
bar?
of money that
for now?
the church can well, not the church, the temple, the rabbinical, whoever, can take from the people. So it's a dual meaning. It is you don't remove currency from circulation, and you don't make these graven images.
It's really just looking bad for the temple. They're not happy about this.
No, they're not.
Let's see what happens. The plot thickens.
And the man Micah had a house of gods and made an ephod and teraphim and consecrated one of his sons who became his priest. In those days there was no king in Israel, but every man did that which was right in his own eyes. And there was a young man out of Bethlehem, Judah, of the family of
Well, I just
Judah.
want to point this out. That last little piece. In those days there was no king in Israel. Or not, actually, the part after that. Everyone did what was right in his own eyes. Keep that in mind for the rest of this.
Yeah,
Okay.
but also, obviously, it's leading up in support of a monarchy.
Yeah.
Bethlehem, Judah, of the family of Judah, who was a Levite, and he sojourned there. And the man departed out of the city from Bethlehem, Judah, to sojourn where he could find a place. Just any place.
Yeah, any place. Really just looking anywhere. It's like,
Yeah.
I wonder where I can find any place.
I wonder where
Wow.
I can find a place. Wow, I'm already in one.
Oh, how did I do that?
Okay.
How novel.
And he came to Mount Ephraim, to the house of Micah, as he journeyed. And Micah said unto him, Whence comest thou? And he said unto him, I am a Levite of Bethlehem, Judah, and I go to sojourn where I may find a place. And Micah said unto him, Dwell with me, and be unto me a father and a priest, and I will give thee 10 shekels of silver by the year, and a suit of apparel, and thy victuals. So the Levite went in, and the Levite was content to dwell with the man. And the young man was unto him as one of his sons. And Micah consecrated the Levite, and the young man became his priest, and was in the house of Micah. Then said Micah, Now know I that the Lord will do me good, seeing I have a Levite to be my priest.
This is like saying, now that I have a Jewish lawyer, I'll be okay.
I mean, it's exactly like that. Wow. And that's the end of chapter 17.
Yeah,
Short chapter.
Very short chapter. Yeah. So it's kind of, I don't know if we can we manually edit things?
No!
This
is what's really frustrating. In order to do anything to this, I have to end the goal, and I looked, and the settings for it doesn't change its update. I went into the HTML even and was just trying to see if there was anything I could screw with there.
Okay.
I don't know. I think I should just, take it down for now.
Does maybe
Just get rid of it for now, because it's not updating, and I have to set it to update to something, and there isn't anything in the settings without me just actually ending that particular run.
All right. Well,
We'll try again next week, folks.
Yeah, I'm keeping tabs of things still.
Okay, so we're up another 2 donations.
Yeah, another
Very good.
Well,
Don't get rid of anything.
That is 8%.
Frustrated Atheist says don't get rid of anything.
Well, we're frustrated too.
I mean, yeah, we are, but that's okay.
It's a totally different
All right.
ordeal.
So we can jump right into chapter 18 then.
Oh, you don't want to...
And if you're enjoying the
That's
stream
right.
so far, despite the faulty technical capabilities of our members and hosts and crew,
That's just me, you asshole.
you can like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah,
Like
all that
the
good stuff.
thing says.
Yeah. Okay. So, chapter 18. And this, I think it's this Levite who is, no, it's a different Levite. We have actually in this narrative, we have 2 different endings.
Mm-hmm.
There's this one ending, which I think ends with my chapter. And then the other ending is at the actual end of the book.
Wait, what?
It's like a double ending. It was written, because you know how at the start of this book, there was that double intro?
Yeah, so...
Here's the double ending.
It's like a story within a story.
Yeah.
Like in The Dark Tower, Went Through the Keyhole, Stephen King book, which is very good. There's a story within a story within a story at one point.
Isn't
And
that
each
nice?
of those has to end at some point. Literally, the main character is like, all right, let me tell you a story. And then the character in that story is like, all right, let me tell you a story.
No.
But it's pretty much exactly like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pain.
It is pain. So, in those days, there was no king in Israel. By the way, that's one of the reasons we know this was written after there were kings in Israel.
I mean, absolutely. Also, because before Judges, there's never been any mention of a king of Israel.
They've talked about, like, in those days there was no king of Israel.
Yeah.
But those are all signifiers that
But none of the people have been like,
none,
we need a
we
king.
haven't had any kings yet. In the narrative
Yeah.
context, there have not been any kings of Israel yet.
Yeah.
So, yeah, written later. And in those days, the tribe of the people of Dan was seeking for itself an inheritance to dwell in. For until then, no inheritance among the tribes of Israel had fallen to them. So the people of Dan sent 5 able men from the whole number of their tribe, from Zorah and from Eshtaol, to spy out the land and go to explore it. And they said to them, "Go and explore the land." And they came to the hill country of Ephraim, to the house of Micah, and lodged there.
So here we're seeing a very early theme of essentially, I'm going to say, theocratic government promising something and being unable to deliver that thing, and a whole bunch of problems stemming from there that I'm sure is going to lead to some kind of, issue, right?
I mean, yeah.
It's a snowball, and it's all fucking God's fault.
So I'm trying to look in here.
Hashtag blame the Bible.
Hashtag blame the Bible. I'm actually checking right now to see if they got an inheritance in Joshua. Because
Right.
I think they did.
Detail
Everyone
the
did.
inheritances.
Yes. And let's see, the rest of the Coavites. I see something about Dan in here. From the
Right.
clans of the tribe of Ephraim, from the tribe of Dan, and the half tribe of Manasseh, 10 cities.
They got 10 cities.
They got 10 cities.
Maybe this is detailing how they got those 10 cities. But then again, we went through that entire conquest arc, and I think it was pretty heavily implied that they got them at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That really was heavily implied.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting that at this point they're saying no, but there was no inheritance. We got nothing. When they were by the house of Micah, they recognized the voice of a young Levite, and that's probably the one that became the priest, right? Yeah. And they turned aside and said to him, "Who brought you here? What are you doing in this place? What is your business here?" And he said to them, "This is how Micah dealt with me. He has hired me, and I have become his priest." And they said to him, "Inquire of God, please, that we may know whether the journey on which we are setting out will succeed." So I just want to point this out. Someone says they can't hear something. Is our
We got audio. I could turn you up a tiny bit, but you guys are fine.
do we? Okay. Well,
I just literally checked as soon as I saw that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think we would have a lot more.
We would have a lot
complaints.
more people.
I
Don't do
just-
that to us again.
just want to make sure.
You trolls, you.
Okay. So, it's what the fuck was I?
I don't
It's
know.
really interesting that they just noticed this guy. It's like they heard the voice of a Levite
They know that he's a Levite
because of his voice,
of
apparently.
his voice,
Yeah.
right? I'm
So apparently
sure
they had
an
different
accent.
accents. Yeah.
An accent.
check it on my
They
phone.
also, I think it's implied here that any priest
I'm very
can
attentive.
divine outcomes by asking God.
Right, because the only way to talk to God or communicate with God, at least as much as we've established in the narrative, is through the priesthood. Like we've heard of other ways, but that was kind of P's whole point.
Right. So, logically speaking, any priest that you go to today, you should be able to say, ask God about whatever, and he should be able to give you an answer of what God says about it.
Yeah.
But that's not how the world works.
He's living the representatives.
Right.
God has a bunch of those. So they asked him to inquire of God, and the priest said to them, "Go in peace. The journey on which you go is under the eye of the Lord." That's pretty vague. It just means he's watching.
Yeah, but isn't he always watching?
Oh, it's
Yeah.
like that Santa Claus thing.
But he isn't always watching.
Yeah, not always.
No, he's
I guess-
watching, but he's forgetful.
So, I mean, the God that we have described to us has some really iffy rules.
yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's very it's really unclear on what he actually wants people
Or
to
why
do.
he's
or
doing it.
why.
Or what he can do, or like what any of his properties are, or really any aspect about the character in any way is inconsistent throughout the entire narrative,
Yeah.
except that
And yet he's
a
the main
brutal
character.
douchebag.
Yeah, he's a brutal douchebag. That's
He's
really
the main
one thing.
character. I don't care if...
Main characters can be brutal douchebags.
I didn't say they couldn't. I wasn't disagreeing. I'm just pointing out he's
Then
definitely...
the 5 men departed and came to Laish and saw the people who were there, how they lived in security after the manner of the Sidonians, quiet and unsuspecting, lacking nothing that is in the earth and possessing wealth, and how they were far from the Sidonians and had no dealings with anyone. And when they came to their brothers at Zorah and Eshtaol, their brothers said to them, "What do you report?" They said, "Arise, and let us go up against them, for we have seen the land, and behold,
Behold!
Behold.
it is very good. And will you do nothing? Do not be slow to go, to enter in and possess the land."
Wait.
So this, hold on,
Yeah, so
What?
they
they-
saw land that they really liked. And
Hold on,
they
guys.
just heard about people who had lands that they would like, right?
No, it says that they saw them. And the 5 men departed and came to Laish and saw the people who were there.
Okay, so they go there, they notice that they're careless, right? Mine says careless. They dwelt careless. That could mean a number of things. It could mean that they dwelt outdoors. It could also mean that they literally just notice that these people...
For which verse?
7. 5 men departed and came to Laish, and saw that the people were therein, and how they dwelt careless after the manner of the Zidonians.
Oh, okay, yeah, I have security instead of careless.
Yeah.
So,
Mine says, mine
probably
calls
like-
the Zidonians quiet and secure. Whereas,
okay. Yeah, mine says after the manner of the Sidonians, quiet and unsuspecting.
yeah.
So
mine-
I'm guessing that they had a very safe community that was kind of not necessarily cut off from
right,
the rest
but
of the...
they're pacifists, essentially.
that they're pacifists, that they
They wouldn't be
probably
able to
more
defend
libertarian,
themselves.
like,
Probably
vulnerable.
more libertarian, pacifistic.
or at least like keeping to themselves.
Yeah.
Not
Isolationist.
necessarily.
Not necessarily isolationist, but like 1915 America, maybe.
Something like that. But everything's there. They seem to be doing good. So these guys saw how they were living, and their first idea is
Kill 'em all.
As Reese said, kill them. Let's take it. Like, you saw this great land. Are you just gonna do nothing about it? Are you not gonna take it?
I mean, they're pacifists. What are they going to do about it? Jeez, that's so brutal.
I'm not sure. Okay.
We're not
Has
sure-
anyone tried to make a moral argument for Judges 18?
Moral argument.
Maybe.
Because people have made moral arguments about other things. You know, like the slavery thing. People argue in favor of slavery.
Yeah, that's always it's always interesting because there are 2 kinds of people. There are the people that will apologize for slavery to defend their God, and then there are other ones who do think that slavery is wrong, but then they're in disagreement with their God. So it's always interesting to see how people react. Like, will they sacrifice their moral judgment, or will they at least sacrifice in part some of their belief
For whatever reason.
or some of their book.
Well,
It's always interesting to see that.
I mean, these people in these verses obviously don't have very sound moral judgment.
Right.
So, hey, maybe for this specific instance, having a god tell them not to murder those people would be nice.
Out of character.
Out of character.
And
Yeah,
would
no, that's-
never happen in this book.
Sorry, yeah.
Let's find
Your
out.
main character is brutal.
He's keeping an eye on him.
Yeah.
Let's
Laser eye.
Yeah. As soon as you go, you will come to an unsuspecting people. The land is spacious, for God has given it into your hands. A place where there is no lack of anything that is in the earth. So they're pretty much saying, this is our land, our God said so.
Yeah.
So that's what they're about to do, I guess. So 600 men of the tribe of Dan, armed with weapons of war, set out from Zorah and Eshtaol and went up and encamped at Kiriath Jearim in Judah. On this account, this is a weird sentence. On this account, that place is called Mahanadan, which apparently means Camp of Dan. It says, I like how it says on this account. What does yours say?
And they went up and pitched in Kirjath Jearim in Judah. Wherefore they called that place Mahanadan to this day.
Okay, gotcha. So, yeah, that's this. See, this is where the phrase "to this day" becomes a real issue,
Yeah.
because I was actually looking back at the verses in the Torah about "to this day" or "unto this day,"
Yeah.
and none of them would have applied the same way.
Right.
So now the real problem with the "to this day" thing shows up in the Deuteronomistic history. That's where the real problems are. That's where it actually is a problem, and brings into question traditional authorship. So that's why I didn't use any of the "to this day" stuff for.
Now with the
For
to
most
this day distinction, are the inconsistencies only between books, or are there in-book inconsistencies?
Well, the inconsistency is kind of like, how would the writer know this thing?
Right.
Yeah. So this would have been written about something that happened in the past. So when people claim that this was written, at least during like the time that it was going on,
Right.
People don't really claim that much anymore. Pretty much everyone agrees that the Deuteronomistic history came into existence like around 600 BC. Around there. That's not a perfect date, but around there.
Yeah.
So no one really argues for that anymore. But it's in part to the "to this day" stuff that places it later. And also where it ends too, like with which kings are listed. We can trace that back. And there are actual, not necessarily kings lists, but when other countries talked about Israel, they would sometimes list the kings. So we can kind of match it up. And for the most part, it actually gives a reasonable list of kings.
Yeah.
Well, when we get
Well, I mean, of course, because Israel exists.
Yeah. It actually gives them an generally accurate dating. Yeah.
Hey,
at least so we can corroborate.
Something interesting here. Why the donation bar doesn't work. We don't use donations. We use super chats.
Oh. Okay.
So I think that answers your question.
So I'm guessing you would have to.
There's a different thing.
You have to go to the support the stream thing.
The jar is the donation bar
Yeah, donation bar. Gotcha. Okay.
for
Weird.
super chats.
Okay.
It's new. We can use that.
Okay.
It
Okay.
works the same way.
All right.
It's stupid. Maybe we can get like a demon for the jar. That'd be cool. I don't know.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's continue here.
Yes.
So 600 guys went to war. On this account, that place is called Mahanadan. To this day, behold!
Behold!
It is west of Kiriath
Behold.
Jearim, and they passed on from there to the hill country of Ephraim, and came to the house of Micah. I like how everyone's going to the house of Micah.
Yeah, his house
Is
can't
that
be
great?
that
The house
big.
is great.
It's just a hotbed for these things.
Yeah.
Everyone's just strolling through. Then the 5 men who had gone to scout out the country of Laish said to their brothers, "Do you know that in these houses there are an ephod, household gods, a carved image, and a metal image? Now therefore consider what you will do." And they turned aside there and came to the house of the young Levite at the home of Micah, and asked him about his welfare. Now the 600 men of the Danites, armed with their weapons of war, stood by the entrance of the gate. And the 5 men who had gone to scout out the land went up and entered, and took the carved image, the ephod, the household gods, and the metal image, while the priest stood by the entrance of the gate with 600 men armed with weapons of war. And when these went into Micah's house and took the carved image, the ephod, the household gods, and the metal image, the priest said to them, "What are you doing?" And they said to him, "Keep quiet, put your hand on your mouth, and come with us, and be to us a father and a priest." What? What?
So
Thanks,
They're
Shane, for
stealing-
the
Thank
$2.
you, Shane.
thank you, Shane.
$2.
Yeah.
Um,
Anyways, go on.
no, they're hiring him as a priest.
Yeah, but it's really weird. The way that they're doing it is like they're taking all of his things.
Well, they're taking Micah's god images, so that he doesn't have the option to practice worship as a priest for Micah.
Well, if they just left the stuff at Micah's and just took him, or like just paid him more or something.
Right.
Instead, they decided to take all of Micah's stuff and then also take the priest. Okay, anyways. Maybe that worked back in the day.
No.
Is it better for you to be priest to the house of one man, or to be a priest to a tribe and a clan in Israel? Promotion. Promotion. And the priest's heart was glad. He took the ephod and the household gods and the carved image and went along with the people.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you?
No brand loyalty.
Nope. Got a better deal.
So they turned and departed, putting the little ones and the livestock and the goods in front of them. So it took 600 people? It took 600 people to do this.
Yeah.
Yep.
To get one guy.
Yeah.
That's just a waste of resources.
Well, they really wanted to get him.
They really did.
Well, they were supposed to kill Micah too, weren't they?
It's his house, though.
No, they just went to take the land.
Right, but he's worshiping strange gods.
Right. Well, these guys aren't really great at following God's arbitrary rules.
Right.
They keep screwing up.
So they turned and departed. When they had gone a distance from the home of Micah, the men who were in the houses near Micah's house were called out, and they overtook the people of Dan. Wait, what? The men who were in the houses. Okay, so these guys living around there got mad. Shouted to the people and they shouted to the people of Dan, who turned around and said to Micah, "What is the matter with you that you come with such a company?" This is ridiculous.
Can we go one sentence
fucking-
without something retarded happening?
Fucking hypocrites, man.
Yeah.
And he
No,
said,
we
"You
can't.
You take my gods that I made and the priest, and you go away, and what have I left? How then do you ask me, what is the matter with you?" That's a good point. And the people of Dan said to him, "Do not let your voice be heard among us, lest angry fellows fall upon you, and you lose your life with the lives of your household." Then the people of Dan went their way, and when Micah saw that they were too strong for him, he turned and went back to his home. Just giving up so easily.
Yeah.
But the people of Dan took what Micah had made, and the priest who belonged to him, and they came to Laish, to a priest quiet and unsuspecting, and struck him with the edge of the sword, and burned the city with fire.
Woo!
That was unsuspecting.
So, they're pacifists. Can't do nothing about it.
Or they seem fairly peaceful, at least.
Yep.
Burn the city with fire. And there was no deliverer because it was far from Sidon. That didn't seem to be a problem for other
No.
deliverers.
No, it didn't.
And they have no dealings with anyone. It was in the valley that belongs to Beth Rahab. Then they rebuilt the city and lived in it. And they named the city Dan, after the name of Dan, their ancestor,
Great.
who was born to Israel. But the name of the city was Laish at the first. And the people of Dan set up the carved image for themselves. And Jonathan, the son of Gershom, son of Moses, and his sons were priests to
Yours
the
says
tribe of Dan.
Moses?
Yeah.
Mine says the son of Manasseh.
Wait, what? I have a little footnote here. Or Manasseh.
Wow.
Damn it. Really?
I feel like that's a really big difference.
How about a catch-all for us, would you?
That is a
Either
really big
Moses or Manasseh. Woo!
Or Manasseh.
What a catch-all.
Holy shit.
It's a big difference.
Yes. Yes, there is. So either Moses or Manasseh, and his sons were priests of the tribe of the Danites until the day of the captivity of the land. See, until the day of the captivity of the land. Meaning this was written after the Babylonian captivity.
Well, yeah. It
To this
couldn't
day.
have been written before it.
So they set up Micah's carved image that he made as long as the house of God was at Shiloh.
And Jerome Perkins is better than IHOP.
Blasphemous to say Perkins is better than IHOP. I don't really have a favorite out of those two. Both are fine.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much the same. Is that the end of your chapter?
Yes.
Wow.
That is the end of my chapter. So it basically ended with them taking somebody else's stuff, killing a whole city, and setting up their gods and created images as their own. So, yeah, that's nice. Thanks, Bible.
That's ridiculous.
What's the moral lesson in this story?
The moral lesson is that you don't want to be like the Zidonians. You don't want to be pacifistic. You don't want to be isolationist.
And you don't want to be,
Having craven idols.
well, you do actually, because they set theirs up.
Yeah.
No, you don't want to.
Be in a direction that people of the tribe of Dan are walking.
Get out of
No,
their way.
What you really don't want to have is other people having a good time.
What?
Yep.
Yeah, I know. Jealousy much?
Anyways, chapter 19.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh yeah. Like, share, subscribe, all that stuff.
Yeah, share it
I'm
to
sure
all your
Chris has
friends,
it popped up
family,
here.
Yep.
neighbors, ex-wives, estranged children.
People who believe they could speak to inanimate objects, ask them about it.
nephews, nieces, granduncles.
I'll pick a new one next week.
Yep. Anyways, chapter 19. And it came to pass in those days, when there was no king in Israel, that there was a certain Levite sojourning on the side of Mount Ephraim, who took to him a concubine out of Bethlehem, Judah. And his concubine played the whore against him.
This is, by the way, this is the second ending. Yeah. Okay, keep going.
His concubine played the whore against him, and went away from him unto her father's house to Bethlehem, Judah, and was there 4 whole months. And her husband arose and went after her to speak friendly unto her, and to bring her again, and have his servant with him, and a couple of asses. And she brought him into her father's house. And when the father of the damsel saw him, he rejoiced to meet him. And his father-in-law, the damsel's father, retained him, and he abode with him 3 days. So they did eat and drink and lodge there. And it came to pass on the 4th day, when they arose early in the morning, that he rose up to depart. And the damsel's father said unto his son-in-law,
Thank you, DB.
Thank you, DB Cisco.
Was that another 666?
That's what he said to his son-in-law.
Congratulations.
Comfort thine heart with a morsel of bread, and afterward go your way. And they sat down and did eat and drink both of them together, for the damsel's father had said unto the man, Be content, I pray thee, and tarry all night, and let thine heart be merry. And when the man rose up to depart, his father-in-law urged him. Therefore he lodged there again. And he arose early in the morning on the 5th day to depart. And the damsel's father said, Comfort thine heart, I pray thee. And they tarried until afternoon, and they did eat both of them. And when the man rose up to depart, he and his concubine and his servant, his father-in-law, the damsel's father, said to him, Behold, now the day draweth toward the evening. I pray you tarry all night. Behold, the day groweth to an end. Lodge here, that thine heart may be merry. And tomorrow get you early on your way, that thou mayest go home. But the man would not tarry that night. But he rose up and departed and came over against Gibeah, which is...
Rachel, fantastic. Thank you so much.
That was fake, I think.
What?
Rachel?
No. She's writing in Russian.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She had behold earlier.
In Russian?
Yeah.
Oh, I see it. Never mind. I thought you were talking about a thing I sent on Streamlabs. I hope it didn't actually pop up as an alert.
No.
No.
Now
Oh,
we
good,
can't see
good,
the
good,
screen.
good. Okay,
No.
cool.
Well, either way. That
I was
great.
testing stuff. Sorry.
Wow, Ellis Hall,
Whoa.
thank you very much for your donation of $50.
I think that one's real. I hope so.
Yeah, that one looks real.
Looks real.
Whoa, holy shit, thank you.
Thank you
Wow.
very much.
That's
Yes,
crazy.
Thank
That-
you.
That's
That's getting us a lot closer to our goal.
it does. We will summon a demon if such a thing is possible.
Satan.
Yeah, literally.
We're going to try Satan.
We're gonna try Satan.
Lucifer. We're going to go for it.
Jimmy.
See? Did you see the thing?
Yeah.
Because the thing he got was Chris going,
Oh, yeah, that was the $50 one. That's never come
Yeah.
up before.
Yeah.
Shit, we'll have to look back at that later. That never comes up.
yeah. Literally, the only other time we got a donation that big was when Piss Geologist did that $100 donation.
Yeah.
For,
He did-
like,
he did
Christmas
that.
or
That
something.
was great.
By the way, I hope Pist is still watching and keeping
Hope he's doing
up
well.
Yeah, I hope he's doing well.
Yeah.
He hasn't been doing much.
Yeah.
Nothing on Facebook. He posted like some YouTube videos. He seems kind of like fell off the planet. Well, whatever. Hope he's doing
Nope, it's real, man. I didn't fuck up and push a button.
well. I know that's real.
That's fantastic. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you. All right, let's go on. Where were we?
Who knows?
Well, I was reading. Okay, so every day he wakes up and she's like, "Let's party, woo!" And he does it. So
And she
It's
does
be-
it.
it's
Thank
been
you.
like a week. And came over against Gibeah, which is Jerusalem. And there were with him two asses.
I love it. I love
Yeah.
it. Jeebus.
Gibeah.
I know that's like a way that we say Jesus sometimes.
Yeah.
As
But
a
it's in
joke.
here.
It's a real
It's in
dude.
here.
So you're referring to a different character or a different
Place.
It's Jerusalem.
different place. Yeah,
You're referring to Jerusalem when you say Jeebus.
Yeah.
Yep.
So thanks.
Dude,
Now
what?
now all those memes make no sense.
No, that ruins it forever.
And there were with him two asses saddled. His concubine was also with him. And when they were by Gibeah, the day was far spent.
I
and
can't take it seriously.
The servant said unto his master, Come, I pray thee, and let us turn into the city of the Jebusites and lodge in it. And his master said unto him, We will not turn aside hither into the city of a stranger that is not of the children of Israel. We will pass over to Gibeah. And he said to his servants, Come, and let us draw near to one of these places to lodge all night in Gibeah or Ramah. And when they passed on and went their way, and the sun went down upon them when they were by Gibeah, which belongeth to Benjamin, and they turned aside thither.
So hold on. So Gibeah is belongs to the tribe of Benjamin.
Yeah.
But aren't those people of Israel?
Yeah, what they're saying is they wouldn't go into Gibeah.
Oh, right. Sorry. Yeah.
Right. But,
Gotcha.
yeah. And they turned aside thither to go in and to lodge in Gibeah. And when he went in, he sat him down in a street of the city, for there was no man that took them into his house to lodge.
That's sad. This is kind of reminiscent of
Sodom.
kind of like Sodom, yeah.
Kind of like Sodom.
And also like when this is the whole thing, like getting help from strangers or just foreigners in general. Like when Gideon was going, he tried to get like some help from, I forget the city, but he was asking for like food and water.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't give it to him, and then he slaughtered the land later.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of like that. I think Moses did that too. They were trying to go through a city, instead he ended up going around.
Yes,
Yeah.
that did happen.
Yeah.
And behold!
Behold!
Behold.
Get your Behold t-shirts.
Get your Behold t-shirts. at
Teespring link in the description.
I have an idea for a T-shirt, real quick.
Oh, did you? What's that?
I was thinking. Oh, what was that?
Wow,
that-
amazing idea.
No, you had a line that you said keeps coming up in the Bible, and it's different every time. Earlier in this.
To this day?
To this day, yes. I don't know. We could turn that into something. Like, and I still have this T-shirt to this day. Who knows? I don't know. It's something dumb. It's memey. Because it's always
I
different.
have this, it's not always different, but I don't know where you got that from.
Well, it's
But
used differently every time. I mean.
No, it's a signifier of being written later. Okay, anyways,
Yeah.
Great.
so, I don't hate the idea of like I have this shirt to this day. 'Cause
Yeah.
then you would always have it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, nobody sees it.
It would be
I thought that was ironic.
It would be incorrect if you were to say you had this shirt
And I have
to
this shirt
day and you
to
didn't
this
have
day.
Right, yeah.
it. Yeah.
So,
I think it's funny.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's move on. All right.
There came an old man from his work out of the field at even, which was also of Mount Ephraim, and he sojourned in Gibeah. But the men of the place were Benjamites. Not
I saw that translation too, and that one is so weird because it just makes more sense to say Benjaminites.
yeah. But
So
no,
Benjamites.
Benjamites.
Benjamite sounds
that-
like a
that
disease.
Sounds like a bed bug.
or a
Yes.
disease.
Species of bedbug.
Yeah.
It's an STD.
Yeah.
And when he had lifted up his eyes, he saw a wayfaring man in the streets of the city. And the old man said, Whither goest thou? And whence comest thou? And he said to him, We're passing from Bethlehem, Judah, toward the side of Mount Ephraim. From thence am I, and I went to Bethlehem, Judah, but I am now going to the house of the Lord, and there is no man that receiveth me to house. Yet there is both straw and provender for our asses.
Oh,
and-
hold on, Ruben. Your mic just died.
Okay, so I guess Ruben's mic just died.
Uh-huh.
I can continue that reading.
I will be switching it very
Okay.
quickly. Don't worry
Okay,
about it.
Well, while he does that,
Did they kick the shit out of a fig tree?
did they kick the shit out of a fig tree? These guys? The Benjaminites?
Okay, we're good.
We're good?
Okay.
Yep, we're good.
Okay. Fantastic.
All right. Yet there is both straw and provender for our asses. And there is bread and wine also for me, and for thy handmaid, and for the young man which is with thy servants. There is no want of anything. And the old man said, Peace be with thee. Howsoever, let all thy wants lie upon me. Only lodge not in the street. So he brought him into his house, and gave provender unto the asses, and they washed their feet, and did eat and drink.
So nice guy. Nice guy
Nice
takes
guy.
him in.
Yep, hopefully his wife doesn't turn to salt.
Wow.
Oh, something worse happens. Let's continue.
Oh, yeah.
Great. Now,
No spoilers. Let's keep going.
as they were making their hearts merry, behold,
Behold!
Behold.
the men of the city, certain sons of Belial, beset the house round about, and beat at the door, and spake to the master of the house, the old man, saying, Bring forth the man that came into thine house, that we may know him.
This is exactly
This is
exactly Sodom and Gomorrah.
exactly so.
Again?
But the roles are reversed.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's no angel involved as far as we know.
Right, but come on. Literally says bring them out so we can know them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing.
And the man, the master of the house, went out unto them and said to them, Nay, my brethren, nay, I pray you, do not so wickedly. Seeing that this man is come into mine house, do not this folly. Behold!
Behold!
Behold.
Here is my daughter, a maiden, and his concubine.
Great.
And them I will bring out now, and humble ye them, and do with them what seemeth good to you. But unto this man, do not so vile a thing. Literally Sodom and Gomorrah again.
Yeah.
But the men would not hearken to him. So the man took his concubine, and brought her forth unto them, and they knew her, and abused her all the night until the morning. And when the day began to spring, they let her go. Then came the woman in the dawning of the day, and fell down at the door of the man's house where her lord was, till it was light.
So this guy was like, don't touch the guy. Here are my daughter and this guy's concubine.
Yeah.
And they go nuts.
Yeah.
Yep. They ran a train on her
Great.
all night.
All
Great.
night. Oh,
Gross.
awful. And this is obviously where the Sodom and Gomorrah story comes from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And her lord rose up in the morning and
Ooh,
opened.
Landon with the jab. Did you see
Ooh.
it?
Yes, that's spicy. And went on his way, and behold,
Behold!
Behold.
the woman, his concubine, was fallen down at the door of the house, and her hands were upon the threshold. And he said to her, Up, and let us be going. But none answered. Then the man took her upon an ass, and the man rose up and gat him into his place. And when he was come into the house, he took a knife and laid hold on his concubine, and divided her, together with her bones, into 12 pieces, and sent her into all the coasts of Israel. And it was so that all saw it, that all that saw it said, There was no such deed done nor seen from the day that the children of Israel came up out of the land of Egypt unto this day. Consider of it, take advice, and speak your minds.
So, this guy divides her body into 12 pieces.
And sends them.
Probably one for each territory.
Yeah.
One for each tribe.
Yeah.
Why?
So, I guess that's what you do. He doesn't really say why.
Oh,
It just kind of says he did it.
is it good in the eyes of the Lord?
Maybe.
Maybe.
No.
God's pretty screwed up.
Yeah, he was like, and it was good in the eyes of the Lord.
Sure.
Maybe. I don't know why. But the people who saw it were not happy about it.
No.
But this was
What message are they supposed to get from this?
This was a Levite guy, right?
Is this the end of
Yeah,
the
he was
chapter?
a Levite. Yeah, that was the end of the chapter.
All right.
Yep.
This is a Levite, meaning he is the favorite priest
Yeah.
of God. So, presumably, he knows a thing or two about sacrifices and rituals.
Yeah.
But maybe this is like a cursing kind of thing.
Maybe.
That's what it seems like. Let's find out what happens.
In chapter 20, hey, if you're enjoying the stream so far, share it around like a bottle of wine that you brewed in the back of your toilet.
Why?
Because it's good for you.
Oh. Well, all right then.
Yeah.
Judges 20.
Yep. Judges 20. Let's get ready.
I believe in
Are
you.
you psyched?
Thanks. Then all the people of Israel came out, from Dan to Beersheba, including the land of Gilead, and the congregation assembled as one man to the Lord as one man to the Lord at Mizpah. And the chiefs of all the people, of all the tribes of Israel, presented themselves in the assembly of the people of God. 400,000 men on foot that drew the sword. Now the people of Benjamin heard that the people of Israel had gone up to Mizpah, and the people of Israel said, "Tell us, how did this evil happen?" And the Levite, the husband of the woman who was murdered, answered and said, "I came to Gibeah that belongs to Benjamin, I and my concubine, to spend the night. And the leaders of Gibeah rose against me and surrounded the house against me by night. They meant to kill me, and they violated my concubine, and she's dead. So I took hold of my concubine, cut her into pieces, and sent her throughout all the country of the inheritance of Israel, for they have committed abomination and outrage in Israel. Behold!
Behold!
Behold.
You people of Israel, all of you, give your advice and counsel here." So,
He did it to be shocking and get attention so that people would comment on it.
yes.
Yeah.
Dude, this
And
is
he wanted them all to
pre-the-internet.
gather and talk about it.
Yep.
Yeah. It's weird that he figured out that's where it was going. That they were just going to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. And all the people...
Maybe it was like implied that it could have been a threat, which is why people gather together.
Maybe. That's also possible.
Yeah.
But this is already 400,000 people that have fucking swords out.
That's a lot.
And they're
guys.
ready to fight against, what, this one guy?
Yeah, whatever. Fuck him, I guess.
Fuck this guy in particular.
Yeah.
It's like that picture of, like, I don't know if it was the sea or the ocean.
Yeah,
but
three
there were-
fish.
Yeah,
Fuck these
like
three
there were
fish
three
in
lightning bolts hitting
particular.
it. Fuck these three fish in particular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the people arose as one man, saying, "None of us will go to his tent, and none of us will return to his house. But now this is what we will do to Gibeah." Again, okay. To Gibeah. Okay, so they pretty much acknowledged that it was Gibeah's fault. This is what we'll do to Gibeah. We will go up against it by lot, and we will take 10 men of 100 throughout all the tribes of Israel, and 100 of 1,000, and 1,000 of 10,000, to bring provisions for the people, that when they come, they may repay Gibeah of Benjamin for all the outrage that they have committed in Israel.
So they're sending 10% of Israel.
Yeah,
go.
against this one tribe.
Not even a tribe, just one
A
city.
city, yeah, a city.
No, it's the guy. It's just that one guy.
No, the guy, they were like, okay, this guy is apparently did nothing wrong. It was a weird response.
Yeah, now they're
But-
just pissed at something, so let's go ransack whatever's nearby.
Yeah, let's just destroy some shit.
Yeah.
So there's got to be somebody to blame.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all the men of Israel gathered against the city, united as one man. And the tribes of Israel sent men through all the tribe of Benjamin, saying, "What evil is this that has taken place among you? Now therefore give up the men, the worthless fellows in Gibeah, that we may
Wow,
put..."
mine says, "Now therefore deliver us the men, the children of Belial, which are in Gibeah."
You know, I didn't actually... I know you said it before in your version at the beginning of this, I think.
Right. They haven't brought up really Belial specifically.
I think it happened once in your version beforehand.
Yeah, it
Uh,
happened earlier today.
Yeah. And my translation doesn't even have that. Yeah.
Maybe it's, I don't know.
I don't know
Some
either.
demonology thing.
Now therefore give up the men, the worthless fellows in Gibeah, that we may put them to death and purge evil from Israel. But the Benjaminites would not listen to the voice of their brothers, the people of Israel. Then the people of Benjamin came together out of the cities of Gibeah, to Gibeah, to go out to battle against the people of Israel. And the people of Benjamin mustered out of their cities on that day 26,000 men who drew the sword, besides the inhabitants of Gibeah, who mustered 700 chosen men. Wow.
What?
That's 26,000 versus 700.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
That's,
they don't stand a chance.
Someone should make a movie about this. Call it the 700.
no, just 700.
And all this she wasn't even in any of their tribes. She was a foreign concubine that the Levite took.
Yeah.
But why would they care?
Well, they just hate the evil that's going on in Gibeah.
Those guys better have a lot of arrows.
Wow, someone did something evil. That's a good reason to murder an entire
Everybody in the city, yeah. As we know, that is totally fine.
Yep,
Totally
fine.
morally
Reasonable.
justifiable.
I mean, any one of us would have done it.
Among all these were 700 chosen men who were left-handed. Everyone could sling a stone at a hair and not miss. So they were really good at throwing. These guys would be great in a game of baseball.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or sling.
Or like darts or
Darts, yeah, anything that requires throwing.
yeah.
Javelin.
Sweet.
A javelin, probably. Maybe they have javelins.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Well, let's find out. They probably, I don't even know.
Let's find out.
And the men of Israel, apart from Benjamin, mustered 400,000 men who drew the sword. All these were men of war. So.
Wait, is this three?
Oh, sorry. No, it's 400,000 versus 26. Oh wait, hold on.
It's
But
400.
is it 26,700 versus 400,000?
No, there's 26,000 children of Benjamin.
Of Benjamin.
And
then
of
700
them, there are 700 who are left-handed and really good at throwing things.
Okay, and
Okay.
then they're facing the other people of Israel, 400,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is overwhelming. Still.
Yeah, no, that's
yeah.
ridiculous.
All these were men of war. The people of Israel arose and went up to Bethel and inquired of God, "Who shall go up first for us to fight against the people of Benjamin?" And the Lord said, "Judah shall go up first." So now God is responding. He
Yo.
finally shows up.
Oh, hey, here he is. He was watching the whole time.
Finally.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Main
been
character,
quite a
gosh.
while.
We need Deus Ex Machina every chapter at least once. Come on.
So he told Judah to go first. Then the people of Israel rose in the morning and encamped against Gibeah, and the men of Israel went out to fight against Benjamin. And the men of Israel drew up the battle line against them at Gibeah. The people of Benjamin came out of Gibeah and destroyed on that day 22,000 men of the Israelites. Ooh, that's good.
They won.
That's pretty good. Okay. Underdogs here. But the people, the men of Israel, took courage and again formed the battle line in the same place where they had formed it on the first day. Great, same strategy. And the people of Israel went up and wept before the Lord until the evening. Actually, this is a new strategy. They're doing the same thing, but now they're begging.
Ooh.
And they inquired of the Lord, "Shall we again draw near to fight against our brothers, the people of Benjamin?" And the Lord said, "Go up against them." I feel like God is just leading them to death.
Yeah,
That's
do
what he did
it.
the first time.
Yeah, do it. Come on. He's just antagonistic.
And all these people are people of Israel.
Oh,
They're all, like, God's chosen people.
Yeah.
yeah.
And he's making them fight each other.
Well, it's because the Benjamites
Benjamites.
are not doing what he wants. So, when that happens, you just kill them all.
Yeah, fuck them.
Remember, the core moral lesson taught throughout the Bible is that if you wish to do well, kill anyone who disagrees with you.
This is a fact.
Yeah, well, apparently that works every
is-
time.
Is there really a better way?
Nope, that's the only
ends
way.
justify the means. I mean,
Oh,
No,
jeez.
absolutely. The ends are the only thing that could justify the means.
where the fuck was I? Right,
knows?
God telling them to go fucking attack each other again. So the people of Israel came near against the people of Benjamin the second day, and Benjamin went against them out of Gibeah the second day and destroyed 18,000 men of the people of Israel. All these were men who drew the sword, and all the people of Israel, the whole army, went up and came to Bethel and wept. They sat there before the Lord and fasted that day until evening, and offered burnt offerings and peace offerings to the Lord. And the day of Israel, and the people of Israel, I skipped a line. And the people of Israel inquired of the Lord, for the ark of the covenant of God was there in those days, and Phinehas the son of Eleazar, son of Aaron, ministered before it in those days. So they still have that shit,
They still have it
apparently.
as of right now.
Yeah. So
To this day.
now they're talking to God again, saying, "Shall
So,
we?"
If you're tracking the movement of the Ark of the Covenant, right now, it is, well, it's not in Gibeah, right?
No, it's
It's near, it must
no,
be near.
it's obviously in Israel. They took it in with Joshua coming in, crossing the Jordan. I'm not actually sure where it is. It doesn't say here.
The house of God. They say the
Yeah,
house
so
of
it is
God,
the
right?
temple, obviously.
So there's a temple,
Uh,
a temple somewhere within walking range of Gibeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Saying, "Shall we go out once more to battle against our brothers, the people of Benjamin, or shall we cease?" And the Lord said, "Go up, for tomorrow I will give them into your hand." I really feel like God.
What verse are you at?
Um.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
see
yeah.
it. I see it. It's just like repetitious.
Yeah.
Is that new?
Welcome
Is that
to
news
the
you?
Bible.
No, I was just looking at the earlier part of the chapter.
Okay, gotcha. Well, yeah. Now
Sorry.
this time, God is gonna, let them kill the people.
Mm.
Because the other times, God was just really keeping it on the DL. Wasn't really in his mind at that point.
He was still watching.
What?
Wasn't he still watching?
Well, I mean, I think this is a different part of the narrative.
So he wasn't watching.
Well, I mean, we know earlier also that the ark was brought into battle,
Yes,
and
but this
presumably-
obviously doesn't say it was taken into this battle.
No.
And it said it was in. It was wherever the temple was, for the Ark of the Covenant of God was there. Was there in those days.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, it says it. Obviously, also this shows that it's written at a different time.
Yeah. Anyways, let's go on. So Israel set men in ambush around Gibeah. Now, see, this is a new strategy. Instead of
Instead
being
of
like a
weeping
front
and
line.
doing the same thing, you're gonna try something
Yeah,
else.
this time they decided to try something new, and they are really hoping it works.
Oh my God. Are they gonna do the same thing that they've done in every single battle, which is set up a flank and?
Yeah, like because that seems to be what works. Because apparently just going in straight ahead doesn't work. So
Yeah.
But they need to
Ooh.
relearn this lesson every time.
obviously, yeah.
Well, get sad about it while you're at it. That'll help.
And the people of Israel went up against the people of Benjamin on the third day and set themselves in array against Gibeah, as at other times. And see, apparently, I mean, this writer knows that they were doing this before.
Yeah.
And the people of Benjamin went out against the people and were drawn away from the city. And as at other times, they began to strike and kill some of the people in the highways, one of which goes up to Bethel and the other to Gibeah. And in the open country, about 30 men of Israel. And the people of Benjamin said, "They are routed before us, as at the first." Oh wait, sorry. Yeah, they are routed before us as at the first. But the people of Israel said, "Let us flee and draw them away from the city to the highways." So the exact same thing that Joshua did.
Yeah.
And all the men of Israel rose up out of their place and set themselves in array at Baal Tamar. And the men of Israel who were in ambush rushed out of their place from, holy shit, Marigebah. What's the little translation here? Oh, it just says place west of Geba. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently Marigebah. And they came against Gibeah, 10,000 chosen men out of all Israel. So these seem like the best of the best, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the Benjaminites did not know that disaster was close upon them. And the Lord defeated Benjamin before Israel. And the people of Israel destroyed 25,100 men of Benjamin that day. All these were men who drew the sword. So they killed the entire army.
Mm-hmm.
So the people of Benjamin saw that they were defeated. Aw. The underdogs lost this time.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, they're really the underdogs now. They only have 900 people or something? Seriously,
yeah,
they have no one left.
Around there. They have a little more maybe, but...
How many? It says 25,000
Oh, yeah, 900, yeah.
900
people.
men. And yeah, that's only 900 people.
Fucking, that's nobody.
Yeah.
But, that's still enough to...
Repopulate.
Yeah,
Da-da-da.
repopulate. The men of Israel gave ground to Benjamin because they trusted the men in ambush who they had set against Gibeah. Then the men in ambush hurried and rushed against Gibeah. The men in ambush moved out and struck all the city with the edge of the sword. Now the appointed signal between the men of Israel and the men in the main ambush was that when they made a great cloud of smoke rise up out of the city, the men of Israel should turn in battle. So just making a smoke signal.
Mm-hmm.
Whoosh.
Now Benjamin had begun to... Wait, hold on. Did I just totally miss a word, or is this just weirdly phrased? Now Benjamin had begun to strike and kill about 30 men of Israel.
Why?
So now they're going back in. The surviving ones are like, we can do this. I still believe.
All 900 of them.
I still believe. They said, surely they are defeated before us, as in the first battle. Their confidence just went up. Okay.
For some reason.
Yeah.
The Lord hardened his heart.
Maybe, no, I can't think of a reason. Maybe they talked to God, and God told them that they're going to win this time.
You guys got this.
Maybe that's what happened. But when the signal began to rise out of the city in a column of smoke, the Benjaminites looked behind them, and behold!
Behold!
The whole of the city went up in smoke to heaven. So did they accidentally burn the city down?
Good smoke signal.
The flame of the city ascended up to heaven.
Then the men of Israel turned, and the men of Benjamin were dismayed, for they saw that disaster was close upon them. Therefore they turned their backs before the men of Israel in the direction of the wilderness. But the battle overtook them. And those who came out of the cities were destroying them in their midst. Surrounding the Benjaminites, they pursued them and trod them down from Nohah. And let's see, apparently that's Hebrew for resting place.
Is that 43?
Yes.
Thus they enclosed the Benjamites round about and chased them and trode them down with ease over against Gibeah toward the sun rising.
Huh. Strange.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mine says down, surrounding the Benjaminites, they pursued them and trod them down from Nohah at their resting place, as far as opposite Gibeah on the east. 18,000 men of Benjamin fell. All of them, men of valor. 18,000? Are these the ones that didn't take arms? Or are they including some of the people that did die already?
That seems less than the number they said died before.
That wasn't every man, though, I don't think.
Wait.
It said the 26,000
Is this a separate number
Yes, 26,000.
that includes children and women and shit? Because the other one was just the dudes of the army who brought up their swords. This might just...
It said that 26,000...
All of them were men of valor.
Okay, so are they only listing the men of valor now? I don't fucking know.
What's the difference?
18,000 men of Benjamin fell, all of them men of valor, and they turned and fled toward the wilderness to the rock of Rimmon. 5,000 men of them were cut down in the highways, and they were pursued hard to get them, and 2,000 men of them were struck down. So all who fell that day of Benjamin were 25,000 men who drew the sword.
Gotcha. So they just...
All of them men of valor.
It's
So they're just like...
Summarized.
Yeah. They're just summarizing.
Hate that. I hate that. They should have done that before.
But 600 men turned and fled toward the wilderness to the rock of Rimmon, and remained at the rock of Rimmon 4 months. And the men of Israel turned back against the people of Benjamin, and struck them with the edge of the sword, the city, men, and beasts, and all that they found, and all the towns that they found they set on fire. So they destroyed the entire area.
Is that the chapter?
Ridiculous. That's the end of the chapter. We have one more chapter here.
Here's a question for you guys.
Sure.
How's our guest coming? It's been an hour.
Yeah. He said that he was on his way home, but I don't think he's going to be able to make it in time, so I'll let him know.
All right, you let them know. In the meantime, if you're enjoying the stream so far, give us a like, share, subscribe, worship us, sacrifice things to us.
Jeez, stop doing that.
And we will give you superpowers.
Yeah, right. The greatest sacrifice of all. Doing nothing. Please, try it every day.
I love doing nothing.
Wow, you're doing a
then
great
it's
job.
not much of a sacrifice. Lawrence specifically has to do something.
Damn it.
Ha!
Anyways, chapter 21. Now the men of Israel had sworn in Mizpah, saying, There shall not be any of us give his daughter unto Benjamin to wife. Wow, they're
Already?
removing them from the genetic population.
Already, huh? Wow.
And the people came to the house of God and abode there till even before God, and lifted up their voices and wept sore and said, O Lord God of Israel, why is this come to pass in Israel, that there should be today one tribe lacking in Israel? And it came to pass
Thank
on
you,
the
DB.
morrow. Thank you, DB Cisco.
Is that another one?
Yeah.
And-
I'm recording it.
And it came to pass on the morrow, that the people rose early and built there an altar, and offered burnt offerings and peace offerings. And the children of Israel said, Who is there among all the tribes of Israel that came not up with the congregation unto the Lord? For they had made a great oath concerning him that came not up to the Lord to Mizpah, saying, He shall surely be put to death. And the children of Israel repented them for Benjamin their brother, and said, There is one tribe cut off from Israel this day. So yeah, that's it. That's officially the end of Benjamin.
They are nothing now.
Yep.
Because they still are of the lineage.
And we all
But
know
they-
that the Lord is in Mizpah now, which is where the Ark of the Covenant must be.
Yep.
To this day.
Oh, that's why they all gathered there. That
Yeah.
makes sense. Yes, okay. It was in Mizpah. All right.
Yep.
Yay.
Makes perfect sense. See, we're already fucking scholars over here.
Yep. How shall we do for wives for them that remain, seeing we have sworn by the Lord that we will not give them of our daughters to wives? And they said, What is there of the tribes of Israel that came not up to Mizpah to the Lord? And behold,
Behold!
Behold.
there came none to the camp from Jabesh Gilead to the assembly. For the people were numbered, and behold,
Behold.
there were none of the inhabitants of Jabesh Gilead there. And the congregation sent thither 12,000 men of the valiantest, and commanded them, saying, Go and smite the inhabitants of Jabesh Gilead with the edge of the sword, with the women and the children. And this is the thing that ye shall do. Ye shall utterly destroy every male and every woman that hath lain by man. And they found among the inhabitants of Jabesh Gilead 400 young virgins, that had known no man by lying with any male. And they brought them to the camp at Shiloh, which is in the land of Canaan. And the whole congregation sent some.
So hold on. So obviously they're taking all the virgins for themselves, and they're killing
Everyone else.
all the
Everyone else.
little children, all the women and children.
And men.
Yeah, and men, except for the virgins.
Yeah.
Are they including the children
I don't
in
know.
the virgins category?
No, because they're killing the children too.
Right, but
You
which one
gotta
takes
remember
priority?
that at certain periods in desert culture history, someone could be married and no longer be a virgin by like 5 or 6 years old.
Right.
So, I mean, it's really difficult to state what actually they mean by children.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Either way, this is all fucked up. Let's go on.
It is fucked up. So they killed all them.
Hashtag blame the Bible.
Please.
And the whole congregation sent some to speak to the children of Benjamin that were in the rock Rimmon, and to call peaceably unto them. And Benjamin came again at that time, and they gave them wives which they had saved alive of the woman of Jabesh Gilead. And yet so they sufficed them not.
What? What's
The problem was that they didn't want their kids to breed with the descendants of Benjamin.
And here
Right.
we go.
So they just grabbed these virgins.
Who are the descendants of Benjamin?
Yep. Oh no.
You guys fucked up.
And the people repented them for Benjamin, because the Lord had made a breach in the tribes of Israel. Then the elders of the congregation said, How shall we do for wives for them that remain, seeing the women are destroyed out of Benjamin? And they said, There must be an inheritance for them that be escaped of Benjamin, that a tribe be not destroyed out of Israel.
Okay, so they want to mostly destroy it, but not completely destroy it.
Just
They don't
enough
want it to.
that
They don't
there's
want
no-
it to be the 11 tribes
Yeah.
of Israel. It's got to be the 12.
Yeah. But one of them can just be like inbred and
Yeah, that's fine.
What about the
Well, now they can't be inbred because
what about
they
the
killed
half tribe
everybody
of
except the
Manasseh?
virgins.
no, from that city. Then they took those virgins to the people of Dan who were at
Right.
Rimmon,
Yeah.
and they offered them as
Oh,
well.
I suppose they could. The children could.
So Lawrence,
Yeah.
out of all of the tribes, which one hasn't been shit on yet? I mean, we have the half tribe of Manasseh always getting
The
shit
Le-
on.
the Levites
the
get the
Levites
short end of the
always
stick.
getting the short end of the stick. Who else is getting shit on? Who doesn't get shit on?
I feel like I'm sure they're like the
Aaronids seem to have
internet seem to be doing just fine.
fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're fine.
Yeah.
There was one part that was slightly anti-Aaronid way in the beginning.
But that wasn't even like they didn't even
Nowhere
concentrate
near
on
bad.
No.
No, just trying to be discrediting somewhat.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's finish up the end of this book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Howbeit we may not give them wives of our daughters, for the children of Israel have sworn, saying, Cursed be he that giveth a wife to Benjamin. Then they said, Behold!
Oh!
Behold.
There is a feast of the Lord in Shiloh yearly in a place which is on the north side of Bethel, on the east side of the highway that goeth from Bethel to Shechem, on the south of Lebanon. Therefore they commanded to the children of Benjamin, saying, Go and lie in wait in the vineyards, and see, and behold!
Behold! There are lots of beholds in this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like 5 or 6 per chapter sometimes.
Great.
If the daughters of Shiloh come out to dance and dances, then come ye out of the vineyards and catch you every man his wife of the daughters of Shiloh and go into the land of Benjamin.
I like how yours says catch. Mine says snatch.
Snatch.
Wow.
Great. We know what that is.
And it shall be, when their fathers or their brethren come unto us to complain, that we will say unto them, be favorable unto them, for our sakes, because we reserved not to each man his wife in the war. For ye did not give unto them at this time, that ye should be guilty.
Wait, hold on. They are taking, okay, so they're taking women, and then they're like, well, you shouldn't be mad at us for taking the women because we should have killed you.
Yeah.
So be gracious. Fucking what's it called?
It's
Like-
like your
like a mafia
grandparents'
boss.
argument in favor of slavery.
Yeah, exactly like that. And also, yeah, that's a good analogy too, actually. Because my grandparents argue that, well, they could have killed the people, but instead they made them slaves.
And
That's
you're like,
so
oh, that's so
morally
humane.
right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Fucking ridiculous.
No.
But I was also going to point out this is kind of like a mafia boss thing.
Yeah.
Like
Great.
some mighty nice some mighty nice women you have there. Would be a shame if something happened to them.
Yeah. If you pay us some money, we can make sure that nothing
bad happens to
occurs.
them.
Yeah, exactly. It's exactly like that.
Yeah. And the children of Benjamin did so, and took them wives according to their number of them that danced, whom they caught, and they went and returned
I have
unto
who
their...
they carried off. This is. Oh my god, this fucking book.
It's like, you just go down the street, a girl's dancing some music outside, you just grab her,
So
put her over your shoulder,
that
and walk
bitch is
off.
mine.
It's yours now.
That's like it's exactly what Samson did to the door,
Yeah.
except it's with a woman.
And
Fuck are you
and
doing?
they went and returned unto their inheritance, and repaired the cities, and dwelt in them. And the children of Israel departed thence at that time, every man to his tribe and his family. And they went out from thence, every man to his inheritance. In those days there was no king in Israel. Every man did that which was right in his own eyes. And that is the end of the book of Judges.
Yep.
Shit. What do we got next week?
Next week is the book of Ruth, which has only 4 chapters.
How do
in
we
it.
abbreviate that?
And I won't be here next week.
Yeah, Ruben won't be here next week, but next week we have Logic
Logic.
coming on. Yeah. So
And maybe these other guys that didn't
yeah,
make it.
yeah.
And-
Hopefully,
and probably me.
hopefully I can get. I don't want you, Chris.
Aw, you're a jerk.
Yeah, I am. Hopefully I can get Kyle and Steve on for next week. When we literally started this chapter, Kyle was like, "Oh, I'm just booting up my computer." It's like, yeah, we're on the last chapter. Just come on next week. So I'll get that planned out. So I want to get like another big name guest on, just
Well-
to make up for you not being here.
Well, I am a big name.
Yeah, you're a
around here.
total big name.
Yes, great.
Yeah. So.
And armchair is psychology.
Oh yeah, that's right. When are you gonna start that shit?
I'm gonna start it when I can, basically.
God, okay, fine.
Yeah.
You're never gonna start it. That's what that
I mean,
means.
fucking A, man. I'm taking 5 classes.
I understand, but that's
Yeah,
just say you're never gonna start it.
No, I'll start it. I just need to compile a few resources. But we will have a psychology series.
Yeah, because Ruben is. That's what you're majoring in this time around, right?
Yeah, this is my new major. My
And then
new
he's going to be an
second
engineer.
degree.
Whatever
and,
else keeps him going.
I mean, I can do philosophy things, but
Ooh.
I can also do other things. So that's the plan.
Yeah.
Anyways,
All right, so we gotta-
after Ruth, after Ruth.
Yeah. So
we're
when you
getting
come back,
into the
Ruth
first
is
book
short.
of Samuel.
yes.
And Samuel, now are we including the first and second book of Samuel in our approximation of how long Samuel is?
Yeah,
No,
Skula.
no. Let's just do first and second. So
All right. First Samuel is 31 chapters long, so
it's a good amount.
you can expect it to maybe
2 months.
2 months.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a long book
Yeah.
compared to Ruth.
Yeah. 4 chapters. Yeah. So we're gonna finish that up. You're gonna miss a whole book. You're gonna miss a whole book. So you better fucking watch that episode.
I covered the book of Ruth in the Haftarah section of my bar mitzvah. So
Great.
You don't remember shit from that.
I,
No, you don't. Don't fucking lie to me.
or do I?
All right.
Okay.
Anyways, if you enjoyed the stream, I
all
hope
that
you're
stuff.
subscribed to us by now.
Yeah. If you're not, that's fucked up. Drop a like, because it seriously helps us. YouTube bases their shit off of engagement and watch time as well. So if you enjoy the stream and what we do, drop a like. I see 26 viewers. I should see 26 likes or dislikes, whatever.
And thanks to DB
Thank
Cisco
you, DB
for
Cisco,
another
for
donation.
Another one.
Wow, 3 in a day.
And until next time,
Yeah, we're gonna try to figure out the donation thing.
yes.
Yeah,
And until
lean.
next time, Kapla Bet Jit.
Okay.